Hello, my name is Heather Jackson, and my testimony, how I came to know my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, started from what I remember, probably back in high school. See, I was an atheist back then, and really got into the drug scene. I was essentially the rebel without a cause. I had no reason why. I had great parents. I was an only child, so even though I didn't ask for a lot, I pretty much got whatever I wanted. Had great friends. I was cheerleader all through high school. I didn't make, straight A's, but, I still made cum laude and got a cheerleading scholarship to college, and, it sounds like I had it made. But I didn't, because I didn't know Christ. But I didn't know that back then either. And then I got into drinking and selling drugs, and I can't tell you how many times I attempted suicide, slitting my wrists. I have scars to prove it. But God was there. He was always there, and He always pulled me out of it, which is why I'm still living today, honestly. Between all the drugs and the attempts on suicide, physically, I should be dead multiple times. But sadly to say, that wasn't me hitting rock bottom. My rock bottom was getting a DUI, sitting in jail, drunk, and going through all that stuff to get out of that. And abusive relationships. Guy tried to burn my house down with me in it. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And a few months later, maybe a year later, after that DUI, I came into a company that actually, the foundation, the principles were God first, family second, and career third. Not that meant anything to me. I was like, oh, that's cool. I have no problem with other people's beliefs. Just don't press them on me. That was my thought. Always has been. And then after about 8 months of people getting recognized and praising the Lord for their success, I was like, what is going on with this? They glow and radiate, and they're always happy. Kind of ticked me off, quite frankly. But I wanted that because I was so miserable, so unhappy. And I had been like that for so long, I didn't even know I was. And so a friend invited me to his quote-unquote dunking, which was him getting baptized. And didn't know what that was, but I thought, hey, cool, we'll check it out. And afterwards, the pastor asked for everyone to stand, and we all said a prayer together. And while our heads were still bowed, for those who gave their life to Christ that day, for us to raise our hands, and we would be led out into private rooms where we could discuss further if we had any questions or anything like that, so that no one else would see. And so I did, and my face was swollen, full of tears, snots running down my nose. I mean, it was beautiful, really. But his wife, the pastor's wife, led me in a prayer where I turned my life over to Jesus. And since then, my whole world has changed for the better. Because I now have life and not death. I now have joy, not temporary so-called happiness. I have love and peace and sound mind through tragic trials that will happen because that's inevitable, that's life. I have people come up to me and say, I don't know how you're doing it, and I say, I do. It's my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because He's always there with me. He's always holding me when I need to be held. telling me it'll be okay. He's going to get me through it. No matter how good or how bad the time is, he's always there. And 4 years ago, I got married, and it was the happiest day of my life. And he was there. He gave me the wedding of my dreams that I didn't even know I wanted. So now, I share this with you, and I hope it helps.